This is why you struggle emotionally. Understanding EQ and the MBTI type. In this episode, I am teaching you why you struggle emotionally. So, if this is a topic that you would love to learn about further, watch this video all the way to the end. I'll see you there. Hey, y'all, welcome back to Go and Grow TV. I am Dr. J, and I am honored that you're joining me here for part 3 of my Wisdom Wednesday series. In part 1, we explored what emotional intelligence really means beyond the buzzwords. And in part 2, we dove into personal development and how growth begins from within. And today, in part 3, we're bringing together personality, emotional intelligence, and spiritual alignment so you can understand how you show up in the world and how to grow with intention. So, why start with Myers-Briggs? Now, a little background, I'm pretty familiar with the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator tool because it's really popular in the psychology field and also in the education field when it comes to understanding employees and studying people and their behaviors. So, before we unpack emotional intelligence, using the Emotional Intelligence 2.0 framework that I will cover in this video, I want to start with the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator tool, or MBTI. This is a tool that many people recognize but don't always understand deeply, that is. So, for one, MBTI doesn't measure emotional maturity. It measures how you are naturally wired. And EQ, or emotional intelligence, measures how you manage that wiring. So together they create clarity. Like personality tells you how you move, and emotional intelligence shows you how you grow. Ooh, getting some sun. So let's dive into it. The Myers-Briggs breakdown. So the Myers-Briggs framework is based on 4 dimensions. The first dimension is, where do you get your energy? Now, just to preface, these 4 dimensions are broken down into 2 letters, which I will outline. It's either 1 or 2, right? You can't be both. You either lean more towards one more than the other, even if you identify with both, if that makes sense. All right. So where you get your energy. So E and I, extroversion and introversion. If you're an extrovert, you get your energy from interactions. That means with other people, right? You could talk to people all day. I thought that was a bug. You could talk to people all day long, and most people would consider you an extrovert if that's where you get your energy from. Now, an introvert, on the other hand, you get your energy from reflection. This means that you can have extroversion tendencies, but it doesn't mean that you're actually an extrovert if that's not where you get your energy from. And then the second dimension is, how do you take in information? So we have S and N. S is for sensing. That means that you take in information through details, facts, or present reality. And on the other hand, N is for intuition. That means that you use patterns, possibilities, and a future vision to take in information. And the third dimension is how you make decisions. We have T and F. T is for thinking. That means that you make decisions through logic, clarity, and objectivity. Now, on the other hand, F for feelings, that means that you use values, empathy, and emotional awareness to make your decisions. And last but not least, the fourth dimension. How do you organize your world? So for this, we have J and P. J is for judging. That means that you organize your world through structure, planning, and order. And P is for perceiving. That means you use flexibility, openness, and flow to organize your world. So here's what you need to understand with these 4 dimensions of this framework. Every person has a natural way of being in the world, and that natural wiring is not good or bad. Rather, it's simply a starting point. And keep in mind, spiritually, the MBTI tool helps us understand the design of our personality. So, EQ, or emotional intelligence, helps us understand the development of our character. All right, so y'all ready to transition into the EQI 2.0 model? Let's jump in. So, now that we understand how personality influences our tendencies, let's shift into the EQI 2.0 model, which focuses not on who you are naturally, but on how you navigate yourself, others, and the challenges you face. So this is where emotional intelligence becomes more than just a concept. Like in part 1, I gave a concept overview of what emotional intelligence is. But this model can teach you how EQ, right, emotional intelligence, can become a practice and not just a concept. So that's wisdom right there, right? It's applying the knowledge of you learning about emotional intelligence and putting it into practice in your life. Wisdom is applied knowledge. All right, so here's the most exciting part of the video, at least to me. Here are the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. Now, I know you're like, Miracle, in part 1, you already covered emotional intelligence. Or maybe you're like, hey, Dr. J, like, what are you doing? So, what I'm doing is I'm helping you apply emotional intelligence in your life instead of just teaching you what it really means. All right, y'all. And this sun is like blazing right now, and it was a little chilly with a little breeze earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and take off this cardigan. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Y'all, it's getting a bit hot, so no, I'm just kidding. Oh man, hold on, y'all. Let me put this in the car. All right, we back. We back. All right, we in business. We here. We here. Y'all still watching? All right. All right, so the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence. Pillar 1, self perception. So, self perception includes self regard, self actualization, and emotional awareness. This pillar asks, do I know myself? Do I honor myself? And do I understand how I'm feeling and why? So, this is the foundation of emotional and spiritual growth. It's the quiet internal work where you identify your strengths, your areas of growth, your purpose, and your inner truth. So, spiritually, self perception is alignment, it is self honesty, it is a willingness to confront what is real within you without judgment. So, this is where personal development truly begins. Pillar 2, self expression. So, self expression includes emotional expression, assertiveness, and independence. Now, I want to emphasize the first one, right? Emotional expression. There's a thing called emotional suppression. That is the opposite of emotional expression. That means that you emotional expression, like you're communicating your emotions and you're not just keeping them within, trying to spare other people's feelings and things like that. All right, so this pillar answers the question, how do I bring my inner truth outward? So healthy self-expression is not about being loud or quiet. It's about being clear. It's expression. It's expressing. I'm expressing this. No, I'm just, oh my goodness, yo, I crack myself up. It's expressing emotions in a grounded way and not a reactive way. It's communicating your needs and boundaries without fear or avoidance. So, spiritually, this connects to speaking truth, standing in your values, honoring your voice, and not shrinking or silencing yourself for anyone. So, self expression is the bridge between inner awareness and external action. Pillar 3, interpersonal relationships. So, this pillar includes interpersonal skills, empathy, social responsibility, things like that. So, like, this is where emotional intelligence touches community. It answers the question, how do I connect with others? So, interpersonal EQ involves listening with openness, listening with openness, showing compassion, building healthy relationships, and understanding other people's emotions without absorbing them. So, spiritually, this is like the energy of grace. It's recognizing like everyone is navigating their own journey in this life. It's showing up with intention, presence, and integrity. This is where emotional intelligence becomes relational. Pillar 4, decision making. So, decision making involves problem solving, reality testing, and impulse control. This pillar answers Do my decisions align with my values? This is the grounded aspect of EQ. It helps us differentiate between what we feel, what is real, and what is wise. So, spiritually, this connects to discernment, the ability to pause, reflect, and choose intentionally instead of reacting impulsively. When your emotional intelligence is strong in this area, your decisions come from clarity and not chaos. And last but not least, pillar 5, stress management. Whew. Whew. No, oh, wow. So, stress management includes flexibility, stress tolerance, and optimism. This pillar focuses on how we handle life when circumstances shift or pressure increases. It answers the question, can I become grounded when life gets challenging? Now, to clarify, this is not about pretending to be calm. It's about being centered enough to return to balance. It's about resilience, adaptation, and hope. Now, spiritually, this is faith. Say it again for the people in the back, Dr. J. This is faith. Stress management is you putting your worries and your concerns and releasing them to God. So that way God can take all that stress away that you're trying to manage on your own. And good luck with that if you're managing on your own. I hope it turns out well for you, but from my experience, you trying to handle all the stresses that life throws at you on your own without counting on God, I'm gonna pray for you, okay? Heavenly Father, I thank you. No. So, like, stress management is trust, it's surrender, it's the belief that even in uncertainty, you are supported and guided, regardless of what the devil tries to tell you. And what you got to do when the devil tries to tell you that, you got to, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to do. You got to, just like that, you got to stomp on, you got to, hold on, let me, let me adjust the camera, let me let y'all see this real quick. This is what you got to do, this is what you got to do. Yep. You got to, y'all, I crack myself up. But for real, that's what you have to do. I mean, spiritually, right? Like, you obviously can't see the enemy, like, you can't see all the attacks that are happening, but you can feel it. You can hear it sometimes in your mind when your mind is under attack. So, anyway, what I'm saying is emotional intelligence intertwines with spirituality on a deep level. And that's why I created the third part of this series to break this down. All right, so y'all ready for me to bring this to a close? Okay, if you said no, I'm gonna have to bring it to a close anyway, though. So if you say yes, you're ready for me to bring it to a close, that works out. But I got another video for you to watch next. Call me the video vixen. No, I'm just kidding. Video vixen. All right, so bringing it all together. So today we explored personality, and you got a little glimpse into my personality now. So we saw how personality and emotional intelligence can work together, and we used a scientific, right, psychological tool, the MBTI, that validates everything that I've been saying to y'all on this channel. And that is, you have to go in order to grow. Going means you taking action, and growing means reflecting on that action that you took in order to become stronger, wiser, and more spiritually grounded, to be honest. So today we explored how the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator tool helps you understand your natural tendencies, and how emotional intelligence can help you navigate, elevate, and refine those tendencies. So, just to recap, the 5 pillars of emotional intelligence based off of the EQI 2.0 model that I discussed in this video, it's self perception, self expression, interpersonal skills, decision making, and stress management. These are the areas of your life where emotional, personal, and spiritual growth meet. All right, y'all. So next Wednesday is the final part of this series. So I will see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m., where I'll be closing out this series, Wisdom Wednesdays. In part 4, we'll focus on how to apply all of this in your life, and not just like life in general, but in your daily life, like in your relationships, in your work, in your spiritual purpose. and ultimately in your just faith journey and your walk with God. So thank you for joining me in this third part of the series. If you missed part 1 and part 2, I have it here for you to watch. I even created a playlist just for you to catch up. So catch up. No, but now, in all seriousness, thank you for choosing growth. Like, pat yourself on the back for real, because you didn't have to choose to grow this year, and the growth is not over. The growth is not over. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a part of this journey. I am Dr. J. This is Go and Grow TV. I'll see you in the next episode at 7 p.m. Friday for Fun Friday. And as I told y'all in the beginning part of this series, in part 1, I shared that on Mondays. What in the world is Mondays? On Mondays, we'll be doing Money Mondays, Wisdom Wednesdays, and Fun Fridays. So I'm so excited to see you there at 7 p.m. In the meantime, keep going, keep growing, and keep walking in miracles. I am Dr. J. Take care of yourself. Doctor's orders.